honestly electric fence ń ṣiṣẹ́ lóòótọ́ o ń ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa electric fence ń ṣiṣẹ́.
Yeah, good day. You're welcome to another edition of our class. Like I always say, if you are an installer, an electric fence enthusiast, you want to learn, you want to become a professional, and you're not following me, you have been left behind. All right, today I want to talk about particular errors most of installers will have in the field they make, and it has to do with configuration of fences. Okay, configuration of fences, electric fences, and mistakes installer makes. Okay, this is what we're going to talk about today. Let's assume we have our fence. So no, I've said that let's use the live as the red and the earth as green. Okay, let's assume these are live lines. Okay, one. I'll use the 6 lines for now. Okay. All right. And assume this is a bracket. Assume we have a bracket here also. Okay, and we have third here. Take this off. Okay, a regular bobbin. All right, and we have these are earth line, continues all the way. Great. Okay, let's assume these are 6 line brackets, and we have our energizer here. Okay, let's make it. Okay, you understand. So let me indicate each of them with the right color, so it's easier for easier understanding. Okay, that's our life, and this is our earth. So these two represent. Okay, sorry, let me each of them. Let's say this is live out, and this is live return. Sorry, this is our earth return, and this is our earth out. All right. Okay, now how most of these installers connect fences like this and how we can correct it. I've seen scenarios they say because you only understand the principle of, and that's how most I see them, they want to test the fence, and they just come, they just maybe you put this, and you put a short jumper cable, touch this and this, the alarm trigger, you touch this and this, it triggers, you touch this and this, it triggers, this and this triggers, this and this triggers. That's the earth touching the life triggers. But what they do is to just take only 2 cables from this energizer. This is exactly what you find there. You have this here already. They look this one here, and they come to the live terminal. They look the live terminal, all right? Then from the live terminal, they bring in the cable here, this to the live. And what they do from here, they can also loop this to this. They can, they can even this is even great for them. They just let me do it the right way, what you always see, like this. You can also see something like this, and they can also come here again. Fine, all right? Now, you have the earth that comes all the way to the earth line, okay? And they can loop this to this. Right. Now, if you have such kind of electric fence, you saw the first video that came up before this. It has to do with a fence that actually electrocuted a snake, right? Now, if you have stuff like this, if a snake even tries to go through this, I'll tell you, it will electrocute that snake, all right? Yes. Now, if you have connection like this, I want to say, to a large extent, for security, it is very wrong. It is porous. You are exposed. Why? This is it. By the time you want to test this fence, the installer will tell you, okay, I'm done with this job. Let's run a test. They get a small cable, they touch this and this, the live here and this, it will trigger the alarm. You as the final user, you're happy to say, this thing is working, the alarm has gone off. But let me tell you something. If you have this kind of connection, it is wrong. Now, why did I say it is wrong? If I come like, should I say, let's assume I am an intruder, I want to break into this fence and I see we're having just 2 cables. Later I check, because I will definitely see the line where this one comes in. All I need to do for me to penetrate into these premises, let's say this goes round, I just come here, I cut this one off, one, and I come here and I cut this off. As I remove the wire here, I remove this wire here. Now, this system would not go off. The alarm here, connected to this energizer, would not go off. Why? Because this will sense it as a closed circuit, and this senses this as another closed circuit. So by the time you are out of this place, you feel fine, I've done it, this place, and I use a plier, because I'll have to use an insulated plier, which will have no effect on me as human. But if you have those reptiles, they can just creep in, they are not that smart as human. So maybe I take this one out, take this one out. You as, should I say, the homeowner, you are not even aware. When we should understand that the electric fence ought to be your first line of defense. But here, I have broken every of the connection to the fence. Now this fence, I can have a field day to play around with this without the alarm going off. I can take off now with what I've done now, cutting this one out. I can take off all these lines, remove all from the top to the least without having the alarm going off. So what we'll do here is, you see this, if this place is this porous, I can just come and climb this fence, take all these lines out. I can just cut this, cut 1, cut 2, cut 3, cut 4, cut 5, cut everything, and I break into this apartment, this should I say this compound, sorry. You see what we have here. Now we're going to compare this to another. Let's have another sketch, then we'll see the difference between this and the other sketch. Let's say this is figure A. Okay, so this is figure B. Let's go to figure B. Okay. Right, here's figure B. Let's see, we'll have here, we'll have our earth. These are earth lines. Same 6 lines. Then we need to spot the difference between both of them. Okay, live line. Let's take this all the way. Okay. So let's assume we have a bobbin here. Bobbin here. Okay, they'll have the middle bracket, for example. And this also, let's have this here. All right, let's cut off the extension. Okay, let's see, we have, this is, let's say this is figure B, right? This is figure B. We also have our energizer here. Let's see, we have the energizer here. Okay, so here we have our live out and live return. Let's say this is the F terminal also. Okay, same here, we have this as a live out. Then this is a live return. All right, here we have a earth return. Is a earth out. All right. Okay, we have almost same thing what we have here, but now the only difference we'll be having here, we can decide to use the 3 lines connection and also the 4 lines connection. Any of them, we can pick any of them, we can use any of them here. So what we'll do is to, let's say we use do we use the 3 or the 4? Let's assume we use the 3 here first. Now the earth is looped here, for example, and we're having a live out. Let's say these are live. Okay, these are live out. Sorry, not this color. So a live out, which is the red, comes all the way to this fence. Let's say this is out. So this guy gets here, all the way from here, this loops to this. So this is coming this way, this direction is returning this way, gets here all the way to this one, okay? And this moves all the way to this last line and comes all the way and goes back into the energizer, right? Right, okay. So now this is, let's just have our earth here. Let's say we have just one earth cable to this, okay? Let's bring this one back. I think we explained this one before. Let's bring it back. Let's see. Oh no, it was one we brought in. Then, sorry. And this also. Oh goodness, why am I making these mistakes? Sorry. Okay, this is. So now we're having the 2 lines from this 2 cables, and we have 3 on this. Now the difference between this, like I talked about earlier, this will actually still eliminate that snake, right? To eliminate the snake, but this one will also do same. It will eliminate that snake, but for human beings breaking into this, it is very possible by the time this one is gone off and this is gone off, right? But for this, the person might be smart, because like I said, if I want to test this fence, I can come here and put the jumper between this live and here, touch this, the alarm will go off. I do same here to go off. Let's assume I decide to take off the earth terminal, the earth cable coming here. So what we have, let's say this is out, for example. The fence is still secure because here our live cable is still there. But if this guy is smart enough and decide to say, he thinks he's smart, let me take off this. Because there is no loop here, unlike this one, we have this loop. Because this loop, it keeps sending signal to the energizer, telling the energizer that everything is still all right. But with this one, there's no loop here. So by the time this guy cut off this, break this part off, there's problem already. This energizer alarm will go off immediately. It will trigger the alarm because the energizer is sending, the return is not getting any feedback. But from here, this guy is sending here, and this one is returning it back. Yes, we are communicating. But here, the only link up for communication is through these lines here and back to this place. So for the earth, the person might be successful. Okay, I've taken out the earth, but immediately you open up this live, this fence, the alarm here, the energizer, the alarm connected to this energizer will go off immediately, thereby making this very secure and this one porous. So with this, at any point in time, I can break into this, I can breach the security for this very system. Is that clear? So that is why you must understand, when you're connecting your cable, always make sure you're having this. There should be no connection between your life, that's the loop between this. And there's another way you can also do this. If I decide to take this off for this kind of connection, I just come here. Okay, this one would have been a connection. I just come here, I bring this one here, pass this one all the way to this one, and return this. So this is almost like a more secured connection, having a single line go all the way, return here. So any of the lines you try to take out, so I think this is more secured. Any of the lines you try to take out, let's put this one back. You open this one, the alarm go off. You open this, the alarm go off. You open this, the alarm go off. You open this, the alarm go off. But unlike this, where you have just two cables feeding the fence, if this is broken, the alarm will not go off. And at the end of the day, you give the intruder a free day to do whatever they want to do. So I think this is self-explanatory enough. I hope you enjoyed this class. Till meet again in our next class. Do have a lovely day, and bye for now.
The Food Tech TV.
I'm the red guy, call me Slim Shady, getting the death.